Hey guys, on today's episode we have a special guest. We have Sarge from Prepping with Sarge. He's another YouTuber that's connected with me on Instagram. Like I say, if you'd like to connect with me on other social media platforms like Instagram, he's actually one of the ones that did. And so Sarge, thank you for reaching out to me. We brought him on here to talk about one of his hobbies, which is silver stacking or silver collecting. So Sarge, welcome to the channel. Tell my viewers a little bit something about yourself.
Hey Romel, thanks so much for having me on the show. So I have actually been in the prepping community for, probably since I was a teenager. I think what got me started was I was a Boy Scout, and I really enjoyed the classes like the wilderness survival and learning how to start a fire, how to shoot a rifle, things like that. And that kind of got me started. There's some things that you can do with some of those classes, like sleeping out in the woods by yourself with like just a sleeping bag or a bedroll. And I actually kind of took to that, like finding wild edibles. Later on, I really got into gardening, and what really kind of elevated my interest in the prepping community was a podcast that's out there called the Survival Podcast with Jack Spirko. And that's actually what got me into silver as well. He was talking a lot about, this was around 2007 or 8, and he was talking a lot about precious metals and why precious metals was a good store of wealth. So I started listening to that a lot, and that's what got me started on silver. I talk about this and all things prepping, precious metals, gardening on my YouTube channel, Prepping with Sarge. So if your viewers are interested, they can go check me out over there. But that's what got me started. And I will say, we'll talk about this here in a minute, but I made some mistakes in the beginning when I got into precious metals. Hopefully I can help some people that are new to this to avoid those same mistakes that I made. But we'll get to that in just a minute.
All right, that's great, Sarge. Thanks a lot. So tell us a little bit about silver and how you got started in silver collecting.
So how did I get started? Well, in the beginning, I started buying coins from like eBay, flea markets. I think I was even actually at the time buying some coins off of Amazon, and I made some mistakes. I overpaid, and this is one thing that I would caution your viewers on, is to know how to get a good deal. We're going to talk about that here in a second. When you go to like eBay or a flea market, and it's okay, it might be okay to pay a little bit more if it's a piece that you really like. But there are some better ways. There's some websites that I think are a good place to start, especially in the beginning, until you really know what to look for and what's a good price. And I also, check out your local coin shops in the area and your jewelers, talk to them a little bit. But in the beginning, I think, one of these reputable websites could be a good way to go.
Wow, I actually never collect silver myself, but it's one of those things that I think I want to get into. So for someone looking to start getting into collecting silver, what are some reputable websites to buy from?
So there's some really good websites out there that absolutely have a fantastic reputation in the precious metals community. But to get people started, one that I really like to work with is a website called jmbullion.com. It's J, the letter J, M, the letter M, and then bullion.com. They will, when you log on there, at the very top of the page, they will give you the current asking price or spot price for silver. And what I would encourage your viewers to think about is maybe 20% more above spot price is considered fair. Right now, the market's really, really hot, so you're probably going to see more than 20%, even on the very reputable websites. It is what it is, but in times when the market is not as hot, 20% is like fair to pay 20% above spot.
That's great. I definitely have to look into that website. I have never seen it before. With silver, is there any starting or beginner coin? I know there's a whole bunch of coins to look at and a whole bunch of different, I know there's gold and silver. Are there any specific beginner coins that you'd recommend us starting with?
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of choices out there for what you could choose for a beginning silver coin. I would recommend that most people, if you're looking to flip your silver, that's, buy low, sell high, that you purchase the coins, the bullion for your country, because that's going to be the most sought after. So here in the United States, the most popular coin by far is the American Silver Eagle, which is, let's see if we can get that there with the lighting. So that's the heads. That's the tail. So this is 1 ounce of 999 fine silver. That means it's very, very pure. The actual denomination value on there is $1. Of course, it's worth more than that, so it's worth the value of an ounce of silver, which at the time of the video, what the asking price is $28.48. So the face value on this is $1. The actual value in weighted silver is about $28.48. Now also keep in mind that here in the United States, this little baby is super hot right now. So you may not even be able to find these at certain websites because it's so hot right now. Probably past years, but the 2020s in particular right now are a little hard to find. So just one of those things with the ebb and flow of the market. If you start to get into collecting silver or stacking silver, you may find that there's other coins that you particularly like. I myself am a big fan of the Morgan silver dollars from the 1800s. So that is an 1899 Morgan silver dollar. And this is the reverse side, obviously. So me as a buyer, stacker, and collector, if you've got one of these, I'm personally willing to pay a little bit more than that 20%, right? I really like these, so if you've got these, I'm willing to pay a little bit more than 20% above spot. Hope that makes sense.
Great, great. I definitely have to look into that as well. And I think with silver and all our other investments, my viewers like to get a good ROI, a return on their investment. So when they buy silver, what's a good way to see an ROI? Or how do you, I guess another way to say it is, or phrase it is, how do we go about selling this? Are there specific places to sell? And when do we know is a good time to sell silver?
Okay, so return on investment, when to sell and where to sell. So when to sell is really going to depend. I'm mostly holding my silver long-term as a hedge against inflation, a long-term storage of wealth. I would advise new investors into the silver and precious metals market to be aware that it's not always as hot as it is in 2020. The last time we saw the market this hot was like 2011, I think, like right after the Great Recession, maybe 2010. And then there's a long period of time where it kind of hovered, between $15 and $20. Now the spot price, as we talked about, was like $28.48. So right now it's super hot. So the when to sell is definitely going to depend on if you want to buy and hold or if you're just looking to flip. If you're just looking to flip a little bit of silver, buying low, selling high, then it just depends on what how much you're willing to gamble there. When I do a little bit of flipping of my silver, I go by if I can get 20% profit above what I paid, right? So that's not always going to be matching spot because right now the market's just kind of crazy. But if I can get 20% above what I paid and walk away with a 20% profit, that's pretty cool. I'll take that. It's going to depend on what your viewers want to do. Where to sell? The easiest place by far is to go to your local coin shop. And if you've already been buying a few coins there, they're probably going to cut you a pretty good deal. If you're willing to put in a little bit more legwork, you certainly can go on eBay or Craigslist. There's some risks involved with that. So a couple different options there for you guys.
Sarge, thank you so much for all this information. I know my viewers are going to really appreciate this, as am I. Like I said, I haven't started collecting silver, but it's definitely something that I want to look into. Precious metals is something that I've always been interested in. I've just never found anyone that's done it. So I think my viewers really got a lot of value out of this interview. And just, tell my viewers where to find you. How else can they reach out to you if they'd like to know more about you, your channel, and some of the other social media platforms that you have.
Romel, thank you so much again for having me on the show. It has been a genuine pleasure, and your viewers will probably find out that we've got a video coming on my channel where I'm interviewing you. So I hope we can do this again at some point. Your viewers can find me, of course, at my YouTube channel, Prepping with Sarge, and Instagram also. On Instagram, I am Everything with Sarge, and there's underscores in between the words there. So thank you again, Romel.
Alright guys, that was a really quick video with Prepping with Sarge. Again, it was really a great pleasure to have him on the channel. He's a really great guy and he makes a lot of great content. So if you haven't yet, please go check his channel and subscribe to show him some of your love and support. Again, if you'd like to follow me on any other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, I'll leave links in the description down below. Also, If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Your support really goes a long way into helping our channel grow and produce new content every week. Last thing, guys, if you're looking to do any collaborations, I'm open to it. As you can see, I really had a great time meeting with Sarge, and I'm open to do some more joint video and conversations with you guys out there. So feel free to reach out to me on either YouTube or Instagram. Send me a direct message, and let's chat. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.